Every enthusiast has their fair share of unpopular opinions that cause other enthusiasts to start getting mad, which leads to a war of comment sections that are just really fiery and disgusting, but also kind of fun to read. So pull down your lap bars, tight coaster fans, this is going to get really ugly. Before we get into this, please just remember that these are my opinions. That's kind of indicated by the title in case you didn't notice, and I have really good reasons for believing these opinions. Without further ado, let's get people mad. By far my most unpopular opinion is that Steel Vengeance is just not the best Rocky Mountain construction coaster. I actually prefer the shorter but more intense lightning rod at Dollywood. Now the reasoning behind this is really quite simple. I'd rather take an intense ride with strong airtime and a consistent layout than a fun ride with weak airtime and an oddly paced experience. That's my main criticism of Steel Vengeance, and my favorite thing about Lightning Rod. The first half of Steel Vengeance, it really didn't feel that out of control, whereas the 30 seconds on Lightning Rod was so back-to-back and the airtime was so incredibly strong. Another unpopular opinion I have is also about Rocky Mountain construction. I strongly believe that Twisted Timbers does not belong in the top 5 or even top 10 RMCs. I don't find it to be an elite experience. Now the reason I think this is because I only got a single ride on this in the very back, and I got stuck on the lift hill at the very top to where the first car had begun to enter the pre-drop. So my ride went a little bit slower than the average ride. The airtime on this coaster was really weak. I didn't think it was as strong as like Wicked Cyclone or even Steel Vengeance. I found the drop to be underwhelming. That is, it wasn't bad, but it also wasn't amazing. And the last inversion just did not feel as floaty as some of the other RMC inversions I've experienced. Not that being said, the cutback was unique and the 3 camelback kills were amazing, but 2 good moments will not save a ride. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know that I am all over wooden roller coasters, but I also like history and nostalgia. That's why I prefer the Beast over Mystic Timbers at Kings Island, and this is a very unpopular opinion, unless you're like a 70-year-old that loves the Beast. Now, it's not that Mystic Timbers is bad, quite the contrary, but Beast has 2 or 3 really good moments that Mystic Timbers just really can't counter. For example, the second drop into that amazing tunnel. And I love how you feel like you're racing 100 miles per hour when in effect you're going at a constant speed, about 40, going straight. It just doesn't feel that way. Mystic Timbers doesn't feel that out of control. I mean, it's really just repetitive airtime moments. Both rides are amazing, don't get me wrong, with Beast barely making my top 20 at number 19, and Mystic Timbers barely missing it at 21. Now, one of the most unpopular opinions, meaning an opinion that is slowly becoming more and more widespread, is that I prefer Intimidator 305 to Fury 325. And quite frankly, it's not even that close for me. 325 is a great, it's a great coaster, but Intimidator 305 is just incredibly intense, well-paced, has nice floaty airtime, whereas Fury 325 has some strong pacing issues, a few forceless moments, and just didn't feel out of control. I felt like I was in control the entire time. Another one of my unpopular opinions is that I like Maverick more than Steel Vengeance, and I know that I'm probably going to lose like all of my subs because of this, but that's fine. Maverick maintains that amazing speed throughout, taking one break for an enclosed launch, and it has surprise elements with unmatchable intensity. I know that's probably my most unpopular opinion, and I'm sorry, but I just really like intensity, and Steel Vengeance just did not make that margin. For my last unpopular opinion, we're going to Six Flags Great Adventure. Even though it's my favorite coaster in the park, it's been closed the last 2 times I've gone, which means the only ever one ride I got was once in the front in the morning. So I have not experienced El Toro to its full potential. And with that being said, it's still my number 11, so it's not like I hate the coaster. It's really quite amazing, and it's my favorite in the park. I'm just saying I don't hold it to as high esteem as others because I don't really have that much experience with this coaster. So when people say that I rank it low, I try to just desperately explain that I'm not stupid and I actually do like the coaster. But I'll have to ride it again for it to possibly crack my top 10. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and, of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel. This is Cupcake Coaster, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye. Bye. Just go. Bye. Alright, this is ridiculous. Just go. Alright, outro. Go.